Oh yeah, I saw that fucking that post
Which one?
on my Facebook.
Oh,
about
yeah.
kids.
Bro, pedophiles.
I looked at it, I'm like, holy shit, where did that come from?
Bro, pedophiles.
I reckon it was
are-
after our
After video, bro.
last podcast.
That's
I think
fucked.
someone was watching
Yeah.
and must have hacked my account and posted the very thing we were talking about.
Which was little children. That's so fucked, man.
Coincidence? I think not.
Oh, bro, that's so fucking cool. Like, Jesus fuck. Like, the fact that someone that on your phone there was someone talking about talking about pedophiles. That's so fucking
That's
weird.
never happened to me like that. Like
That's fucking
posted
weird, bro.
that. That's really weird.
That is really weird.
Have you ever? Have you ever had someone a weird coincidence happen to you, like on your phone, on media?
Yeah, always. Well, technically, it's in your terms and
Yeah.
conditions that your phone or your whatever is like essentially like watching you,
Yeah.
essentially, and following your not following your every single step, but like it's most of it is just for advertising, essentially.
Yeah.
But that's weird. That person.
But not babies.
Yeah, babies. Yeah,
On
top
Facebook.
things to do with your children. That's fucking weird, bro. That is really, really, really fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, maybe it's because I looked it up because of the Elsa Gate stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we're talking about little children being molested by the elites.
While I had my Facebook on, so
Yeah.
Zuckerberg was listening.
Yeah. It's like that was listening.
Someone was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? Bro? Have you ever like actually looked into the Vatican and all the pedophile priests? How fucked it is. Like think about it, like the Vatican, right? We see the Catholic Church and the Pope being as like this hero. Bro, they're all pedophiles. Like they hide pedophilia. Like imagine like your kid going to church, the priest raping him, and then like the priest and then like being told to cover it up was just bad for the Vatican. Yeah, fuck the Vatican. Did you know the Vatican supported Nazi Germany? Did you know that?
What? Okay, well.
Bro, stop with Google. The Vatican fucking evil.
Vatican supported.
Yeah,
Well, the Italians were on the same side.
Yeah, so same side as Mussolini.
Yeah.
But they were for Nazi Germany.
Yeah, right. But so how did they support them?
They.
What did they
do?
say?
I think they refused to hide Jews from memory, because Jews and Catholics don't like each other, and from memory, the Vatican are Vatican Nazi German. The Vatican are also they were heavily tied to the Italian mafia, and they still are. Like, they get a lot of funding from the mafia. Like the Vatican is fucking evil, bro. Like the Vatican and the Club of Rome is fucked. If you read the shit they've done, like especially with like what's his name? In Australia, George Pell.
Yeah.
But that cunt's fucked. He's a pedophile. Did he get convicted of child molesting and then got let go?
Well, he didn't. Yeah, that didn't go through, did it?
He got convicted of molesting children.
But was he found guilty?
Pretty sure he was, wasn't he?
Oh, I thought the case was closed. Was it? Or?
The case was closed. That's so sus, bro.
Oh, I actually can't remember. I know it was under investigation.
Yeah.
I just don't know what ended up happening. But with the Vatican stuff,
Yeah.
what was because the Vatican's its own
city, bro.
its own city,
Its
so
own rules.
can no one, if they do something wrong,
They can just cover it up.
they can cover it up because
Yeah.
they're their own
Yes.
city. They're not part of Italy, right?
Yes.
So is that how they've gotten away with everything?
Well, essentially, yeah. And have you also heard about their the hidden library that they have where no one can go into, and they say alien? That's where like there's evidence of aliens.
No.
That's fucking hectic, bro. Look up the Vatican hidden library.
Yeah, right. Vatican hidden life. Have you been there?
No, but you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been there. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the architecture.
It's enormous. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just it's insane.
Yeah, the Vatican
Apostolic.
Archive.
Is it that hidden, man? It's got some Google reviews.
Pretty sure you can. Yeah, the secret rooms in the Vatican. Yeah, 3 Vatican secret rooms. You can see
The Bramante staircase,
the
room of the masks, and the Nicolene chapel.
Bro, it's fucking trippy.
Interesting. That's super interesting.
Yeah, the secret rooms. Okay, so 3 rooms: a dramatic staircase, a room with a mask, and something else, and then Nicotic Chapel. It's designed for a staircase to the below.
Pack animals to go up and down. What? Interesting.
It's just like a DNA molecule.
The staircase is a DNA one. Wow.
Bro, the artwork on the Vatican as well, they have reptilians. They got reptilians, little children, and what's it called? Is it the Vatican or is it in Paris where there's a pyramid outside the outside?
What's a Louvre?
The Louvre, yeah.
The glass pyramid.
Yeah, the glass
That's a
pyramid
Louvre,
with
yeah.
666 pieces of glass.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
that's
a
fucking
Louvre.
trippy.
Glass pyramid, yeah.
Yeah, 666.
Yeah, I've been there, yeah.
And type in 666 afterwards on the Google search engine.
Gotcha. Yes.
Yeah, 666 panes of glass. Bro, that's fucking trippy. At the
Yeah.
Louvre.
Yeah, that's...
No, but the Vatican has what's it called? They got ties with the suppression of, because the Vatican, you go back in time, they killed, was it Galileo? Yeah,
Yeah.
they persecuted Galileo because they said the Earth revolves around the sun. They said the Earth didn't revolve. No, the Earth revolves around the sun. That was against.
Yeah, because at the time it was believed that the Earth is the center of the universe, but Galileo
Proved that wrong.
proved it wrong,
Yeah,
and he was persecuted for that.
yeah, by the Vatican because it goes against the Catholic Church.
And apparently the Vatican was sorry about that only recently. In the
Only
last
recently.
A few decades or something.
Well, the Vatican still, do they support gay marriage? They don't support gay marriage, eh? Or they're slowly changing their tune.
I don't know. I think they're changing, yeah,
Okay.
but ever so slowly.
Ever so slowly. Then eventually will probably get to like them allowing little children. But why the fuck does the Catholic Church rape little kids so much? Like, why the fuck do they do that? Like, why is it a thing?
I don't know, because of old single men and little kids for Sunday school. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
It's like a environment for it. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
But it's kind of ironic because you'd expect a priest to be a very sensible person, right?
Yes. And not, rape a little child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously can't help themselves,
Yeah, a little bit.
which is pretty disgusting.
Maybe they're doing it for adrenochrome, bro. Do you have adrenochrome?
The blood.
Yeah, in the
Something
blood,
about the
bro.
blood.
Yeah, the blood, and how the blood of children keeps them all young. It was there. That's been done anyway, where they have the blood of children and they inject it in the elderly, and it keeps the elderly young.
Mm.
That's an actual thing. Like, that's not a conspiracy.
Yeah,
That's
but man,
science.
how older are they living? It's not like they're living past 100.
I don't know, are they? I don't know, bro. There's theories that Pope Francis is a reptile. Oh, there was a hectic video that went viral recently where Pope Francis was where he was like, it was a video of him like pulling like a mask off and his skin went like that and then let go and like full flame back in his face. Fucking creepy, bro. It's fucking so trippy shit, bro. But I reckon honestly the Vatican, they know in those hidden archives there's shit about aliens. And they don't want to talk about it because it's going to like destroy the very fabric of society.
What makes you think they know something about aliens that we don't?
Having Vatican and aliens.
Okay.
I swear to God, there was something, there's shit about this stuff.
Right.
It's to do with Majestic 12.
What's Majestic 12 again?
Majestic 12 is a secret document that says that aliens came down in the 40s and essentially gave us technology in exchange for the abductions of people. And you can read it in Majestic 12. It's like a declassified document.
Right.
And it's about all the world leaders at the time signed it and agreed to it. Bro, Majestic 12 is hectic. Dude, Majestic 12 is fucking hectic, bro. Yeah, Catholicism handled the discovery of extraterrestrials. You gotta think about it. If extraterrestrials became a thing, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck is gonna happen to religion? It's gone.
They could spin it. No, they'll spin it.
They're gonna have to.
They're gonna have to spin it.
Because
Because
there's no aliens in the Bible.
yeah, I know, but you could
And
spin
what-
it such that God created everything, and it kind of aliens just created themselves out of God's creation.
That is true.
They'll spit on it.
So we're thinking about this recently because the new Angels and Airwaves album came out with Tom Delonge, and fucking he's obsessed with aliens. Half the album's about, it's called Life Forms. They talk about how aliens are going to come out this year. I'm still holding to that theory. Aliens will be extraterrestrial life.
Well, we're getting closer. Did you hear about SpaceX recently?
What?
You know the company SpaceX by Elon Musk?
Yeah.
They sent a rocket or a space shuttle with 4 astronauts that are amateurs, and they trained them up for
When?
a year. It was about a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really? Yeah.
They went in orbit for 3 days,
Yeah.
and then they came back down. So that's a amateur astronaut.
Wow. Like, how long were they training for?
Like months, like 8 months.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Tell me I can go Elon Musk, but hey, cause 8 months to bomb in space. Bro, it's hectic. Bro, it's fucking hectic.
Yeah. So they followed the whole journey of it. It was amazing. So it's a really, it's just crazy what they're doing. Space travel is becoming mainstream. It's not government driven anymore.
Wow.
It's just crazy where it's heading.
Imagine in 30 years' time we go to the moon for a holiday.
Yeah.
Like in Destiny. Wow. Bro, that'd be fucking hectic.
Yeah, honestly, man, follow what's happening in the space race because it's incredible. It's not just NASA anymore. It's not just the Chinese government or the Russian government. It's people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos that are just throwing tons of money into this stuff. And they're making progress.
That's mad. That's hectic.
It's really cool, yeah. So yeah, maybe we will be able to find aliens.
But
with enough time and effort.
But religion won't allow it, bro. Like, religion was not going to be like, no, none of this shit. So I reckon,
it doesn't fit the narrative.
No, it doesn't fit the narrative, bro. You got to think about it like countries like in the Middle East, like Dubai, Saudi Arabia, bro. That's big money. Like, I looked recently at WWE. Like, if you follow pro wrestling, WWE is kind of like on decline now, and AEW is kicking up. But because WWE doesn't make fuck all money from it anymore, but they make, I think it's like 80% of the revenue from the yearly Saudi Arabia event.
Right.
So once a year they go to Saudi Arabia, they'll throw like Undertaker, they'll throw like all the big names just for one night.
Yeah.
Outside of all the storylines, no women, make like $10 million, and then that's the bills paid for the year. Because no one watches it. I'm like, fuck. That's Saudi.
It's because for them it's a novelty.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They don't get that type of entertainment there, right?
And just, they
they become more westernized as well. So
yeah, they are.
It's a treat.
It's a treat. Yes, it's a treat. Yeah. It's just big oil money.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's hectic. And we also heard about the, in Oman, you can look this up, it's called the demonic well. It's like straight out of the fucking X-Files. Because I reckon aliens, that's what I started thinking about this, like aliens and the fucking Vatican pedophiles. But
250.
yeah, that's it. The well of hell. Because this was in the X-Files movie.
I think I've heard of this.
This was in the X-Files movie. When was this updated? June 22. There was one day because they went down. It was like 2 days ago where the archaeologists.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Well of hell.
This is fucking creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently it's like a well of hell in the middle of. Is it Yemen? What country is it? It's some Middle Eastern country. Closer to the border of Oman than the capital.
Yemen's east. It's in Yemen.
Yes,
it's
Yemen.
It's close to the border of Oman.
Yeah, it's called a well of hell, a well understood natural wonder. It's a local folklore says it's created as a prison for the demons, a reputation bolstered by the foul odours rising from its depths. Yemen officials say they don't know what lies below. But if you look at a more recent article, they actually went down to this well of hell within Yemen.
Well of hell, Yemen. Exploration. Let's go explore. Oh, they put a drone?
No, they actually went down like as a physical
There you go.
person. Yeah, a drone would have been fucking smarter, eh? Well,
we would actually go down there.
Maybe they can't get reception though. Yeah, but
discover snakes and waterfalls
inside the infamous wall to a world first descent. That's hectic. Bottom of the 112-meter deep well of hell.
They believe it's a genie-infested gateway to the underworld.
That's what the locals believe.
Yeah. A team of 10 explorers from the Omani Caves exploration team. Fuck, you should join them then. See if they're hiring, man. Explore the well of Bahut using a pulley system that lowered 8 of the members to the bottom. and the remaining two stayed at the top. And they had a crowd of spectators as well. Anyway, passion drove us to do this, Muhammad al-Kindi said. So the explorers reported finding waterfall snakes, dead animals, stalagmites, and cave pearls. But they didn't find any genies or a doorway to hell. Or maybe they didn't go deep in.
Well, there's a mad theory about the fucking, but we're not at least having a portal from hell.
Who knows, man? Maybe it's the arsehole of the earth. Who knows, man?
But you see, you know what's fucked though? If you talk about predictive programming, because we've all seen like movies, like, oh, this movie now is real, this movie now is real. The X-Files movie is about this. And the beginning of the X-Files movie is they go down this like weird like well, and they find this black goo. And in X-Files lore, this black goo is essentially the black goo in the X-Files is like this extraterrestrial, like demonic thing that if it touches you, you get possessed and become like an alien thing and die. But that has also been found to be true now. Black goo. Look up black goo.
Right.
Black goo aliens.
Black goo.
Chemical aid. That's. I think this is fan fiction. This is not real.
That's fan fiction.
Yeah, that's the X-Files fan fiction / Predator fan fiction. If you go to news.
Yeah, it's on IGN. I'm not going there.
Yeah. Real. Type in black goo aliens real. Oh, I swear I was reading something about it. Yeah, the life found in oily goo. Yeah, aliens could.
This one?
Yeah, aliens could live like this. The life found in oily goo. Tiny habitats within.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking weird. Within. Oh, fuck off, you fucking paywall. Fucking NBC. Cuck loving fucking SJW journalist. They'll continue they're going to continue to cite.
Trying to outsmart my
There it is.
ad block. Tiny habitats hidden within oil could expand the potential for life in the universe.
It's fucking
Oh,
cool.
right. So they found ponds of sludge on Saturn's moon Titan, and they're claiming that life could exist on Titan, so it could exist elsewhere.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool, eh?
Wow.
Yeah. Which is the storyline from the X-Files movie. That's fucking trippy.
Yeah, because it's filled with a pool of oil that was previously considered as dead, but now that they've found some microbes or something, or water droplets as well.
It's fucking trippy, bro.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
I mean, let's think about this. Why can't aliens exist? I mean,
Of course they can.
if we existed from like a Goldilocks zone of, ingredients and environment, why can't they exist elsewhere? They probably won't be the same as us.
No, definitely not. It's the greys, bro. There's a whole. So what happened in conspiracy law? There is different species of aliens. They've got the greys, is what we've made deals with. You got the greens. You got the reptilians. You got the reptilians are the draconian systems, and the greys I think from another galaxy. And they in each of them we're part of like a galactic war.
Yeah.
Who was a Russian politician? Aliens galactic war. There's a whole fucking thing on this where there's this Russian, I think it's a Russian or a German politician talking about there's this files and aliens, space war is coming. That's it. The Israeli form of space security. This is why there's a video on it. We've talked about it.
Right.
It goes for 10 minutes, but it claims aliens exist. So this Israeli former space security chief, if you look up his name, that's the name. Israel's Yedoit Arahud. Yeah. We're part of it. We form a Galactic Federation. And he's just letting out all the fucking secrets.
What? Do you get shut down? He must have gotten shut
I
down.
don't know if he mysteriously killed himself or something. Yeah, says extraterrestrials exist. Right before COVID, he was saying this shit.
The Galactic Federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand
What space?
what space and spaceships are.
Yeah, we're not ready for aliens yet. That's what.
What does that even mean? We
It means
understand what they are. We've seen them on Star Wars.
But
That's bullshit, man. And he's saying Trump knows. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's just a cooperation agreement, Majestic 12, what I was talking about, has been signed between species, including an underground base in the depths of Mars, where there are American astronauts and alien representatives. There is agreement between the US government and the aliens. They signed a contract with us.
Sorry, first question is...
This is Majestic 12.
Okay.
Bro, I'm telling you, Majestic, this shit exists.
First of all, we said signed and cooperated.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, we're assuming we can communicate with aliens. Second of all, first of all, there has to be a common language, or at least a translation between the two. I don't know how the fuck... how we translate or how we communicate. Two, we're assuming that aliens are like a cooperative type. They're open to a cooperation. Isn't that a human behavior?
If we understand that we don't understand, then we can also understand that we don't understand how none of this shit works, bro. Bro, fucking...
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
So if that's the case, if we've cooperated and signed something with aliens, that means that alien civilizations evolve in a similar manner to how humans have.
Well, apparently they've been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand, in general, what space and spaceships are. As you said, referring to the Galactic Federation. The White House and Israeli officials did not immediately respond to the NBC News to comment. And then, this is Majestic 12. This is legit Majestic 12. So this theory that what this guy's been saying about this Galactic Federation has been around for a while. I remember last year we did a video on this. Not Majestic 12 videos, MJ12. FBI vaults.fbi.gov. FBI debunked. Oh, fuck off, FBI debunked it. MJ is a organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. The organization is claimed by the codename of scientists, military leaders, and government officials, born in 1947 by executive order by President Harry S. Truman to facilitate recovery and investigation of alien spacecraft. Concept was in a series of leaked government documents, first circulated by UFOologists in the 80s. Upon examination, the FBI declared the documents completely bogus. Of course they would. But it's very popular. But it's essentially, what's a good summary of it? Shows of 8 pages appeared briefing Operation Majestic 12. Secret Committee of 12, supposedly authorized by the US government, explained how the crash of an alien spacecraft in Roswell was being concealed and recovered alien technology that could be exploited, and how the US should engage with ET life in the future. Hectic, eh? It's really, really interesting. Yeah, and that's the Majestic 12 documents. And you can actually read the actual documents. But it's really, really interesting. And that's what this Israeli space defense minister was saying. It's fucking hectic, eh?
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe we are actually part of like an alien galactic federation. We actually don't know. Aliens do control us all, and then we're just being now slowly being programmed and led so we can all accept the fact that aliens do exist. And maybe that's why the Vatican's power has been slowly diminishing. They're becoming more and more like westernized.
Fuck, that's interesting.
Yeah. Because this shit wouldn't roll in Islam. Like, this shit would just not roll in like Dubai. It's like, no.
You're going to die.
No.
Yeah, it's interesting because it raises a question. If life forms are possible in other galaxies and planets, how would they evolve? Right? Because for there to be aliens, there would have to be an evolution from a life form, right?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck would they evolve? Would they evolve the same way we have? Or would they evolve differently at the start and then become a human type
Well, you'd have to
character?
adapt to the environment. Like if we lived on like Jupiter, the gravity would crush us. Isn't that correct? Because they're a bit smaller size.
Correct.
So they would have to adapt to our gravity first.
Yeah.
You have to assume first that they can actually operate within Earth's gravity, and they know everything about Earth's gravity and their ability to understand it. And so there's a lot of fucking pre-assumptions for an alien spacecraft to come here. There's a lot of pre-assumptions we have to make. Like they understand Earth's gravity.
Yeah.
They can either naturally adapt to Earth's gravity or have built some contraption that can adapt to Earth's gravity and that they can communicate with us. And
Exactly, but the thing is, to get to that level, there would have had to be this extraordinary evolution.
Yes.
From life form, from sperm or life form or water or whatever, to that.
Yes.
That's a very high order level of cognition to be able to do that.
Yes. Or maybe they've been around for longer than we've been around. And do they have their own religion? Do they have their own version of God?
Yeah.
Maybe they are God. I mean, there's theories to say that God is an alien and God is aliens. I mean, there's UFOs in the Bible, and there's UFOs in like iconography within the Vatican.
Yeah.
Like that's not a conspiracy. Like if you type in UFOs in the UFO Vatican. Click.
No.
Ancient alien secret contains explosive UFOs are back in the news and Catholics are ready to deal with it. If you go images, so these are just pictures around the Notre Dame burning. There's Vatican astronomers say if aliens exist. What's this? CatholicReview.org. So Vatican astronomers.
They may not need redemption.
They may not need redemption. The Vatican City.
They're excused, yeah.
The different life form does not need Christ's redemption. The Vatican's astronomers said.
That's what I'm saying. They're spinning it.
The Vatican's have an astronomer. Wait, get the fuck out of here. This can't be real. This has to be like a troll article.
Brother Guy
J.
Consul Magno.
Is an American research astronomer.
Yeah, they've got an observatory. There you go. They've got their own observatory.
What the fuck? I didn't know it was a thing. Jesuit religious brother, director of the Vatican Observatory. So they control the fucking information. That is so fucked.
He believes in the need for science and religion to work alongside one another.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, fucking bullshit. This sounds like... Okay, so there's an Ancient Aliens episode on Vatican Archives, obviously talking about ancient aliens.
That's fucking interesting.
That's fucking bizarre. But there is aliens in the Bible. This is a whole...
Actually, that shouldn't surprise us because religion has controlled science.
Yeah,
right? There was a period of time where they controlled science. What was right and wrong.
Yes, because religion was based on ethics.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens in the Bible. There's literally entire books about this. About this topic. Aliens in the Bible examples. I'm pretty sure there are aliens within other religions, especially around other experiences of aliens in the Bible. It's more what was to do. I can't remember where. Talking pods, the initial reactions to this topic. I think aliens exist. Yes, the Ezekiel. So responsible Bible scholars include the Ezekiel describing visions as God directly in the text Ezekiel 1:1. The strange imagery in this passage describing angels who are beyond human comprehension. That's what people say when the aliens he saw.
Yeah.
The angels are aliens. And similar imagery is used in the book of Daniel Revelation, where these books describe angelic beings. And that people say that these beings that he saw, the way he describes them is like what we see as a typical alien.
Right.
Yeah, so that's people say like maybe the angels that they see in the Bible are aliens. But then again, there's evidence to show that all religion is just essentially done by a combination of drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Because the stories are very similar.
yeah, the stories are very similar, which is bizarre. Across all
But they're
religions.
so metaphorical and story-like. It's quite amazing how they wrote that at the time.
Yeah. Well, that goes into the whole thing of like archetypes.
So were they drugged up to be able to conjure and write such a expansive story, metaphorical story?
Yeah, there's books about that, and there's whole entire studies done on that, where they show that all religion is just based on just a bunch of like hallucinogenic trips. But whether or not that's like a natural thing for humans, because a lot of ethics and morals do stem from religion, or whether we come to the conclusions that one is ethical, what is proper ethics and morals through the use of drugs or through the use of the divine is a very interesting question.
Well, morality was discussed before Christ was born,
Yes.
a few hundred BC, like
Yes.
in ancient Greece
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And I'm sure other empires at the time.
Ancient Greece were all on drugs as well.
Yeah.
They were drunk half the time as well, and having gay sex.
Yeah.
And weird. And they all came to these conclusions such as Stoicism and
Yeah.
Prometheus.
So what makes a good person?
Yeah. That's weird, eh? It all predated the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And the Catholic Church is now raping little children.
Mm.
It's so fucking weird.
So yeah, who do we look up to? The people who make them. Yeah. Who do we look up to then?
Maybe aliens. Maybe they had the answer.
I don't know.
Maybe they've been there the entire time with Majestic 12. I mean, there's always secret government programs we don't know about. You know the US government in the 50s planned to throw a nuclear bomb to the moon to blow it up to see what happened?
What?
Yeah, it's called Project...
Who thinks of this shit?
Bro, I'm serious. It's called Project A198. Project A1... Yeah, A119. Is a study of lunar research flights. Top secret plan in the 58 by the US Air Force, aiming the project to detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon, which will help answer some of the mysteries in planetary astronomy and astrology. So the government is having shit like this.
Help in answer a mystery or create a mystery. Where the fuck's our moon? You just blew it up. That's not answering. That's creating a problem.
But the fact that the powers that be, because they have the power to do this.
That's hilarious.
Governments have the power to blow up the moon. And they were about to do it in the 50s.
Yeah,
Imagine what they're thinking about now. So if this is real, who's to say Majestic 12 is not real? Who's to say that Pizzagate is not real? All these fucking weird things.
I think that stuff has a greater chance of being real than signing contracts with aliens.
I don't know. Well, how about... Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
How about the shit that Bob Lazar says? And how he predicted element 115?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know much about boulders. I don't know what element.
What element, you know, you're an engineer, the elemental table. What's the last element that got discovered?
Element.
Yeah, element 115.
What is element 115?
This is the things until you got a Joe Rogan episode or something. The infamous alien element. Because there's Bob Lazar he was like he's an ex, what's the word? Employee at the Area 51.
United Nuclear Scientific Equipment.
That's it. That's like the biggest draw card people used to say that he's not a bullshit artist.
Moscovium.
Yeah.
Right. Where's that? Okay, so it's not the. Yeah, right. It's not the. I don't think it's the final elemental table. I don't think it's the. I don't think it's the last one now.
Okay.
Moscovia. Yeah. Moscovium's there.
Yeah.
116. So there was 2 discovered since
Okay.
that were added.
Because he was talking about that before it was a thing. That people called him crazy. And then he was like, look, the element's being researched, and it's being reverse engineered by like technology we don't know where it came from.
Yeah, right.
And that's what he was claiming. He was working on Area 51. And all these like crafts and technology that doesn't make any sort of scientific sense because the elements being used haven't been disclosed at that time. And then they became disclosed. That's the biggest draw card that they use for this Bob Lazar bloke to not be a bullshit artist.
Mm.
And that, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Bob Lazar's a weird story. Because yeah. Because we'll never know what the government's really thinking and really working on. And if you use that theory, then Majestic Theory can be real. We could be part of a secret galactic federation of like alien species. Never know, bro.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're way ahead. They're working on things that are way above our heads.
Yes.
Like, most of us are just trying to make a living.
Yeah.
And we're not working on making contracts with aliens.
Yeah, bro.
So they have the resources and the manpower and the the experts or thinkers that make that stuff happen.
Yeah.
So
I don't know, maybe it is real. Maybe that's what Angel Airwaves, well, that is what Angel Airwaves' latest album is about. And to be fair, Tom Delonge, the singer, did prove us all wrong by actually creating a UFO, an alien organization, and then proving the existence of UFOs and getting the government to declassify UFOs within the West.
Yeah.
And then wrote an album about it, and I was like, fuck, Jesus, fuck, what's coming? What the fuck is happening? But I don't know. I will say aliens, bro. December 21st.
I'm excited for the Mars and the Moon missions that we'll be seeing
Yeah, that's
over the next few years.
Maybe we will open up a portal.
Commercial space flight will be fucking interesting.
Yeah, bro. Maybe we will open up a portal to hell like in Doom. When they go to Mars and they open a portal to hell and
Yeah.
they fuck up all of humanity.
Would you go to Mars or the Moon? Which one would you go if you had a choice?
To live?
Or just to visit? But
To visit? Oh, bro, I had a choice, Jesus Christ. Good. Oh, God damn it, I'd go to Mars.
yeah, Mars, yeah.
Just was a
Mars
Doom.
seems cool. Yeah.
It just was a Doom. I'd go to Mars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully we can do that in the future, eh?
That'd be awesome.
Forget Japan, go to Mars, bro.
Fuck Japan, yeah. What a crummy place that is to go to Mars.
Fuck, that's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy where the technology's already at.
Yeah. Imagine the Vatican didn't stop Galileo. Didn't stop, let him do his thing. Where we could have been now. But no. Fucking idiots.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of ideologies have stunted scientific growth.
Yeah, due to religion.
Yeah. Mostly I'd say due to religion.
Yeah, it's fucked, eh? I never thought of it that way. Well,
I would be way further ahead.
If it wasn't for religion. For religion. Yeah, we would, eh? Fuck, that's sad. Oh. Yeah, aliens are coming this year. I reckon this year. Oh, next year, this year.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, bro.
Lock your daughters.